Yo, we're talking about self-love and all that today. Calling in Ching Yi. Ching Yi's been on here before. Um, but following your own rhythm. We'll see where it goes. We never know where it's going. So, let's see when she pops in here. Come in. Request to join. Invite. Whoa, hey,
Wait, hi.
how you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just kind of cruising. Yeah. So we talked about it a little bit. Did we talk about it last time? About I want to
About
ask you
what?
about just like following your rhythm, following how do you decide what you need and when you need it and all that. Is that cool to talk about
Uh,
today?
yeah, we can talk about this today.
First, do you want to introduce yourself or
Uh, okay, let me introduce me again. Uh,
okay?
just call me Ching Yi, a
Hmm.
normal girl in Hong Kong, from Hong Kong, and right now also in Hong Kong. Uh, During the pandemic, uh, no job, no work, so always stay at home. But I think this is when I trade back, this is a good period for myself too, because we have at least for me, I have time to rest, to think, uh, to find what I need. But before what I need, I will try to clarify uh, all my thoughts.
Hmm.
Yeah. So this topic today we will go through that. I think I taste it in this period, but I'm not at I don't think I truly understand
Hmm.
the at least myself. I'm not sure. I think everyone not didn't know ourselves themselves deeply. Just the
Everyone's
skin.
trying to figure themselves out.
Yes, yes, yes.
Did you feel a lot of stress or like kind of fear or dread or some negative feelings during the last 2 years?
Last 3 years. I
Yeah, like a
thought you
lot.
asked me today.
Huh?
I thought
Uh,
you say today.
I mean, the last 2 years, because everyone, like most people, the last 2 years have been pretty stressed out, right?
uh, uh, okay, I can't say everyone,
Mm,
but I try to ask my friend in these
mm,
questions too. I find that most of them, like this 2 years, they understand what they're doing with this 2 years and what they have
mm,
finally. So I think it's good.
mm.
I like it. Do you like it?
What, the
Any?
last 2 years?
Yes.
Do I like it? I don't know if I go that far to say I like it. I feel like not much has changed for me actually.
Mm,
Things have gotten more difficult, but then like other things were difficult before too. And so the more difficult things get, I find the more people understand where I'm coming from because
mm,
they're forced to go outside of their comfort zone. So,
mm,
before now I felt like there was a lot of communication problems between myself and friends and especially family.
mm,
But nowadays I feel like most of my family's on the same page. Most of my friends are on the same page. Even if we disagree about certain things, like if you
mm.
look online, you see all these like fights online. But I feel like the real life relationships are actually much better than that. At least the ones around me.
Oh,
Yeah. So I disagree with some people, but we can still get along better than before.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry.
We learn to just disagree without hating each other more. we 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 just accept that we have different opinions now, whereas before I felt like a lot more pressure to conform to other people's opinions. And I
Mm,
know that online a lot of people feel that pressure still, but in the real life relationships, I feel like it's better than before.
Is it because when the people keep a long distance and like
Mm.
can meet each other, and then
Mm.
they will more care the time when they can be with each other. I think.
Mm.
Do
You
you
mean
think
like
so?
with my family?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe with family, but I think also it's that the old worldviews don't make sense anymore. And so I've been living in that reality for a long time where the old worldviews don't make sense. And so now that it's becoming really apparent, it's really obvious. So I feel like my parents have had to accept that, and they're more
Mm.
open-minded to my ideas now.
Oh.
So with my family, I feel that. With friends, not so much, I feel like, because I don't know, I have quite loose relationships with most people where it's like, oh, you know, we
I don't
don't talk for
know.
like we don't talk for 2 years, and then we're really distant, and then we're really close, and then we're really distant and really close, and it's not like we're trying to be together all the time. So
Maybe
yeah,
we don't necessary to be to each other all the time.
yeah.
When we're doing the different period, we need the different people
Yeah.
around us, or even we just need ourselves
Mm,
to be with ourselves.
mm.
And
So like, uh,
I think the pandemic that's a great time to learn, stay with ourselves.
yeah, yeah,
It's
we
I
had to.
think yes, have to, and then have chance to learn, because when uh just okay, I'm just like an example, but since no job, just you have to stay with yourself at home, for
Mm,
example, because at home you can spend less money. But on the side, uh, I, I find that in these 20, 30 years, I've never stayed with ourselves like in this long time.
mhm,
Uh, and I like, I think not I think I find that we all need it,
mhm,
because sometimes when we watch the YouTube or some books, you will find some guru or master say, "Be with yourself," and now it's us how to be with ourselves and why we have to be with ourselves. And how to find our goal and how to touch our heart. Yeah, but uh, good experience,
mhm,
because when we have to do and have to experience it, we will know the path and the way to reach what we just said.
mhm,
Yeah, so okay, I like it.
mm,
Yeah, and then I find that uh, I agree with you, like that we are more close to our family right now.
mhm. You feel peace with them.
Uh, yes, I always feel peace with them.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Before two or more now.
Before, and now also, but now I feel more strong. Like the family more strong, and more supportive
Mm,
to each other. I think we understand the situation with different family members,
mm,
and it's like we have chance to help each other,
mhm,
because before when we have job or the normal life, everything seems fine, everything seems okay, have work and the mental is good, uh, yeah, everything just fine. But uh, when we meet the problems,
mm,
and no, actually no friends can help you, and then I find that like my parents,
mm,
uh, I can feel how our parents love me.
mm,
Yeah, and also my sister or brother. Yes, so everything is I find that it's free and it's already here, but just we just I didn't uh, find it, or they just haven't chance to give us or give me. Yeah,
What do you mean free?
free is like no cost. You don't
Okay,
have
okay,
to
okay.
pay.
Mm,
Yeah, you don't have to exchange anything
yeah.
because they's already here. Just
Mm,
when you don't open your hand, they can't give you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's I don't know if it's just the people I'm around or the people I'm watching, but I feel like we always imagine like what's going to happen if there's a economic crash or what's going to happen if there's a war or something. But and everyone imagines everyone fighting for things,
Mm,
and if it gets really bad, like really, 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 really bad,
mm,
it could happen. But I think
yeah.
before that, there's a period where people are cooperating. It kind of goes
Mm,
back and forth where like it starts to get bad and people actually cooperate. And then it gets
mm,
worse and maybe people start to fight. And then if it gets really, really like unimaginably bad, like in Venezuela or something, then it slowly starts to get more cooperative again because there's no choice. You know, if you
mm.
don't cooperate, you're gonna be in an even worse position. So I feel right now like we're kind of in a phase, like the first phase of cooperation.
Ah,
And
yes.
if things get worse, it might become a little. It might just be like, oh, your family, only your family. Don't trust anyone else, right? But I think after that passes, there'll also be like a community cooperation too. And in
Mm.
some places, it won't even get that bad, where the community starts to cooperate just because why not? You know,
Ah,
if
yeah,
there's
yeah,
enough
yeah.
water, there's enough toilet paper, there's enough food, then I think that people can cooperate and probably will.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Not
Ah,
everyone, but yeah.
but
Like
just
I
this.
even right now I notice like certain friends don't have money for things and like their friends are just sharing stuff with them, you
Mm,
know, or giving them their old cell phones, giving them their old, you know. I mean, I got
mm.
a free PlayStation. It's not exactly necessary for life, but you know, I can feel people being giving more than before. Although I think it's very um, it's easy to lose that too. You know, it's
What do
easy
you
to
mean
lose
easy to lose?
like because I think once if the resources become so scarce where nobody can find food,
Mm.
then there will be more people doing bad things to get food. There'll be more people fighting for food, I think. But I mean, I don't know if things will get that bad in most
Mm,
places. And
mm,
also, like I said, I think if you face that long enough, eventually people start to warm up again. Again.
mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm, mm. I just don't want to think when our words uh, go more worse.
Yeah. Yeah. No need to imagine it right now, I guess.
Ah, but when you say you think
Mhm.
now is the first day, yeah, actually I agree. I think
Mhm.
we will go to the second stage or first day. Uh, but just we can't control. I think. Uh, just try our best
Mm.
in every moment.
Mm. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like there's opportunities now too. There's a lot of
Mm.
opportunities now. Like the more chaos, the more opportunities. It's just that the sometimes the opportunities come at the cost of a lot of difficult situations too. Yeah, and like there's a lot of bad news too. Like there's this war happening, but the thing is, there's always been war. There's never been a time where there wasn't war. It's just people are paying
Oh,
more attention to it now.
yes.
Mm.
Human is bad. Human is devil. We make war.
Yeah, well, nothing's changed. Everyone's looking at the news now. They're like, "Oh, this is terrible." It's like it was always terrible. Like this is not
Yeah.
new. There was
Yeah.
always this terrible stuff going on. It's just nobody was
Yes.
paying attention.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And like this today, everyone
Mhm.
forgot the war. just say,
Mm.
oh, the economic crash,
Yeah,
crypto
people's attention
crash.
span is really short.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. Ah,
Do you look at the
so
news?
what
Do
news
you
about
watch the
what?
news about just the world?
Uh, not everything.
Mm.
Not everything, but most of the time I watch the economic news because
Mm.
it's always talk about the world things, the
Mm.
bigger things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, but sometimes I try to watch, but not really into it
Mm.
because I don't want to affect my feeling. The emotion too much. I have a strong feeling about bad things,
Mm.
but when I watch it again and again and again, just will affect my emotion too much. I will
Mm.
depress.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
I mean,
so
I talk to friends or students that watch the news a lot, and it's like they're always down. Every day they're down.
mm,
Every day they're feeling bad. And I just say, stop
yes,
watching, stop watching. They're like, I have to know what's going on. It's important to know what's going on. I'm like, how important is it? How
you
important?
can.
Like, it's, yeah.
Yes, they can just know it. Okay, can
Mm,
feel it. Everyone
mm,
must have a feeling about how they love the world. That's why they will say they will feel bad or
yeah.
just down. But just don't watch too much.
Well,
Or
I have kind
or
of a habit for watching the news. Like, I have like a routine for watching the
mm,
news. And
yeah.
so first of all, I only check headlines. I don't watch
Mm,
things because it's the media is all biased. There's no kind of clear reporting. I don't think it's possible to have honest reporting. I think like it's always going to have bias.
mm,
So I don't watch video.
mm.
If I do, I go on YouTube for like live videos of something really happening at that time. No reporting. And then usually I just check headlines maybe twice a week. And I'll check the headlines and I remember that there's bias. And then if something seems really important, I'll watch it on YouTube for, you know, 20 minutes or something. I'll just look really quickly to see what's happening. But like I don't need to spend enough time where I get into it because once I get into it, it starts to drag me down too.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes. I
and
try.
before I start, I always like get ready. I say like, okay, I'm gonna I'm going in now. I have to Okay, you have to breathe first before you go underwater, right? So I do
Yeah,
that every time I watch the news. I'm like, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'm not. But like some people, and sometimes I will watch the movie for the slog or the because about the economic,
Mm.
and then just can't just. I think I can't just watch 20 minutes.
Why?
Be, uh, because too many things have like the doing the research because too
Mm.
much things have to at least know what happened
Yeah.
and then and then but I have I have a method, not method. I have a solution to solve the problems when I go down. I try to watch the other videos like the pets,
Cat
the
videos.
yeah cat and dog videos like the
Uh-huh.
sweet cat or
Yeah,
sweet
yeah,
dog, the
yeah.
people how to find them and save
Mm.
them. And then when I watch them, okay, I feel better then.
I have a friend who used that as a morning meditation. She said, when I wake up in the morning, I
Yeah.
watch 5 minutes of cat videos, and that's how I
Oh.
start my day. And she said since she started doing that, she just feels happy all the time.
Yes, 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 exactly. Actually, I find that because I have a cat,
Mm.
and I find that not I find that I understand through them
Hmm.
about the uh, unconditional love.
Mm.
Yeah, because like me, I'm not a mother yet, so I didn't know what is unconditional love. But when I have a cat, own them. And then I find that, and I understand what is love, because it's no matter how much you have to give them, or like you need to clean up them the poo or what just everything. You say okay, it's fine,
Mm-hmm.
and then also they will give their full attention to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, I always feel their eyes is full of needs and love. And when you feel sad or bad mood, they just will try their best to close to you. And
Mm.
then, so I think this animal uh, is belong to with human.
What do you mean?
It's like when we watch the history about like the Egypt, you will find the pictures full of the cats
Mm-hmm.
and the dogs, and then I was thinking why they love cats, and
Mm-hmm.
then when I have the cats, and I understand, because uh this animal, the
Mm-hmm.
pets, yes, they should live in outside, but on the other side, they they can improve ourselves, like improve ourselves as a human, like how to love more, how to give, how to be in a better life,
Mm-hmm.
or yes. So, yeah, that's why I feel they belongs to a human.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like,
Yeah,
animals in general, I feel like we learn so much from each other. Like, animals teach
yeah.
humans so much, and humans teach animals
Mm,
so much.
mm,
So if you watch the animal long enough, you can start to learn like how they think, and
mm.
it's not dumb at all. It's just like it's very natural. It's
Yes,
like
yes.
if you get out all the bullshit about politics and all the bullshit about the future and everything, it's like that's how humans think too, but we forget.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yes,
they
yes,
they're
yes.
they're in the moments, you know.
Yeah.
So I like to watch. Like I really want to make friends with some crows outside, but in Japan, it's like if you start feeding the crows, people will call the police and say like, "This guy is bringing."
Really?
Well, because they start to gather. You know, if I start feeding the crows, they're all going to come here, and then the neighbors will feel because I guess crows sometimes cause problems in Tokyo, where they steal garbage or they steal stuff from your
Oh,
porch,
yeah,
or
yes, yes,
yeah, or they
yes.
sometimes they attack people too. Uh, yeah. So I feel like I want to make friends with them, but I can't really go outside to give them food because then it makes problems with the neighbors.
Do you tell your Japanese friend you want to make friends with her?
Yeah, my friends think, oh, that's kind of interesting, but the neighbors
Interesting or
don't.
crazy?
Huh?
I said they think it's crazy or interesting.
I mean, my friends are all kind of crazy, so I think they're okay with it. Although some people, they're like, why? Most people have a really
Oh,
negative feeling towards crows. They're bad
I
luck,
remember
they're dangerous, they're whatever.
it's not just that. I remember I watched a documentary about the Japanese crew. They said they're really smart. They since they're smart, so they are like the animals will go to the garbage and make everywhere dirty, and then spread the seed. So I didn't know what's good for the society, like what's animals good with society.
I think animals are evolving with humans too. Like you look at how humans are evolving,
Mm,
we have all this technology now. It's changing the
mm,
animals too. So
mm.
like have you watched those videos where the dogs push buttons to communicate?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah. Now just imagine in 10 years when the dogs have been when people have been training their dogs with these for years, some of these dogs are going to learn how to teach their children how to use these buttons. So you're going to have like second generation that learns from the dog how to use the button. They're going to start communicating with each other with buttons, I think. Not everywhere, because not everyone uses these buttons. But you'll have certain dogs which learn this skill and teach it to other dogs. And their consciousness will change because of that, I think.
Really? Will they teach their kids?
Think about it. Think about it. If they learn how to do it, why wouldn't they try to teach their, like if they have babies, they're going to use those buttons with their kids.
Okay, that makes sense. But
Yeah. And, if you believe in what is that called? Where the DNA, the memories are in the DNA. What is that called? Like ancestral DNA. What do you call that?
okay, Google search now.
I don't know what it's called. I forget, but apparently this is becoming this is becoming more of an idea even in science, where things are passed down through genetics. So if you experience some really scary things, then that'll be passed down to your children. Or if you experience so at first this was kind of a spiritual kind of idea in some communities, but I heard that there's more and more science that's looking at this. Because they're discovering that DNA is very flexible. It doesn't just stay the same your whole life. So if there's a genetic memory, then this gets passed down to the children too, that they learn how to use these things. And I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but even if it's just a physical thing, they're still teaching, they still have the ability to teach this to the next generation of animals.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I forgot the name also. I remember a scientist make a test. Is it test? Anyway, say teach the monkey to wash their banana in one island, and then the other island monkey, they suddenly they know they have to wash the banana before they eat. But they suppose not can never connect to each other. But how come they know? Because the from the feel, from the energy, or from the whatever.
Collective consciousness.
Yes.
There's still a lot of people that fight against that in science. I believe in it totally, but I'm not sure if the science is there to prove it. So you still have some people saying, "Oh, that's not real." But I think that there's studies. I'm not sure. We should check this. Somebody check this, please, and tell us. I think there's studies where they do the same thing with different generations, and that would have another explanation of like the memories being passed on. Not necessarily full memories, because we don't remember what our parents went through, but like certain habits and certain things that are really ingrained, really deep inside, can be passed on to future generations. I think there are studies, and I mean, I believe in that on my own, but a lot of people want the scientific data for that, so we'll try to find it if we can. But
I believe it also, because you just tell your friends like now the kids, the young children, how smart they are. But when like for example, when we're 3 years old, we don't know how to. Okay, we don't know how to use iPad. It's normal, but but we are not smart like them. So how can you explain why they being so smart? Smarter than us when we are in the same age. It's because we learn, and then that's why they know.
Yeah. Well, I think also the world is really different, but I do agree with you. But also I think the world is so different, where the kids they receive the stimulus much differently than we did, or than our parents did. Because just imagine having images thrown at you all the time, and having the whole world is so like I grew up with the internet more than most people my generation. So I think there were only like 3 or 4 other kids that were using Messenger,
Mm.
Not Facebook Messenger. It was AOL Instant
You
Message.
mean ICQ?
No, no, no. It was like same generation as that. But so I was using that to talk to people across the country in America,
Mm.
and I was like 11 years old, and I was the only one in my class to have that. And sometimes I wonder, like, maybe my ideas are so much more out there, kind of more crazy, more like modern, and I predict
Mm.
stuff happening in the world because I think I was exposed to that before people. So my thinking is automatically just more like how do you say? I don't want to say open-minded, but more like
Why?
I imagine things that most people don't imagine because I
Mm.
think I grew up with the internet and I had these people access to everything all the time. And there was no
Mm.
Wikipedia and it wasn't international, it was mostly in America. So now these kids, they have it with people all over the world. I met my student's daughter the other day. She speaks English perfectly. She's never been to another country. She's never spoken to a native speaker before because she's been watching Minecraft videos since she was 6 years old in English. She
Oh
speaks
my
fluent English.
God.
Incredible.
Oh, we should put the kids to just watch that
Yeah,
video. No matter what you want, they learn.
yeah. No, I was shocked. I'm like, you never spoke to anyone in English besides your mother? She's like, no. And her mother speaks okay, pretty well, but not
Uh,
not like her. Yeah.
oh, it's not first time we hear this kind of story.
Mm.
Yeah, because in Hong Kong, I like just some. Even though my friends is always say, just put the kids to watch the videos, and then everything will be fine.
Yeah. Depends on the videos, right?
Okay.
Watching videos of people getting hit by cars is probably not good for kids to watch.
Okay, or
Mm.
some. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, well, I don't know. I mean, who knows what's good and bad, but there's some things where it's easier to imagine things going wrong. And some things I
Mm,
think are, Minecraft
mm,
videos in another language apparently work. It's about
yeah.
what the kid's interested in, I think.
But
Yeah.
how come 6 years old children watch the My Cow
Well, she's not
video?
6 now. How old is she? She's like, I think she's 10 or 11. Is she 10 or 11? She's pretty small for 10 or 11. I'm not sure how old she is, but anyways, when she was 6 years old, she started watching.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow, I
but,
can't imagine like 6 years old start to build the things in My Cow.
right? They have this whole world that we didn't have, and I think that's one reason why. But there is
Yeah.
probably some ancestral memory too. I think there is genetic memory. Uh,
Mm,
I've been talking to Javier, who I had on the podcast too, the Venezuelan guy, and
mm,
we talk about this a lot and how like a lot of my health issues, he believes that a lot of them come from ancestral trauma, things that my
oh,
grandparents went through. And it's interesting because my grandfather was shot in World War II. He was shot in the back, and the same place that I had a problem with my back is where he was shot. You understand?
okay. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand.
My
Okay,
back problems are the exact same spot that he got shot.
okay,
So,
it's possible.
mm,
Yeah, actually, I believe it. I
mm.
believe that's connected. Yeah.
Well, I don't take it 100%. I need to like discover it for myself before I believe in something 100%. But I like to explore the possibilities at least.
But I think just the fact now it
Mm-hmm.
show what happened.
Hmm.
So,
The what?
like I mean, I like for example, like your friends
Yeah.
and yeah, with his grandpa. The fact is here because like they connected. So how to explain and can you just no scientist can explain it, I think.
Mm.
But happen is here. So uh I find many things I didn't know that.
Eh,
Yeah.
I'm confused about which situation you're talking about.
I said the like not like the energy or the things why we know why the kids know why
Uh,
and yes because it's many things we can't explain it,
Right.
and can't prove it. And then and then I feel I feel these 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the people start to more open for all the new things have close to them, or they are more open to understand it,
Yeah.
like like uh, like this 5 year more spiritual course, more teachers to teach the energy stuff, more people do the meditation, and not and yoga studio all around the
Mm-hmm.
society. I think so. I think is is maybe that we need it, like our soul needed, or just we need it. I have no idea why we'll start studying it.
Why there's more meditation and more yoga and everything?
Yeah, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, I think the human curiosity and excitement, it leads us to exactly what we're looking for. If we just follow
Mm,
the excitement, it leads us wherever it is we want to go. So if we want more peace, if we want more like prosperity, if we want whatever, we just follow the curiosity. It takes us there. It's like the kid studying. She just wants to be able to understand these Minecraft videos, so her brain does all the work without her thinking about it. It's just like she learns all the English she needs to learn because she she's curious.
mm.
So she naturally just does whatever it takes to learn those language skills or whatever else she needs to learn in order to achieve something. And kids do it much more naturally, but we stop them by putting them in the chair and telling them to be quiet and everything like that.
Mm, mm,
I mean, they sometimes they need guidance and everything, but I think their curiosity is really the powerful thing.
but how to guide them? How to guide the new generation?
I think people need to focus more on themselves more than their kids, like how to get the bullshit out, because the bullshit is hurting the kids, I think. You know,
Yeah, and the
there's a lot of,
bullshit also killing themselves too. Like,
yeah. It's destroying society too. It's like our society's falling apart because our parents and our grandparents and their parents, they built a society with so much bullshit. And
yes,
I don't want to just complain about it 100% because it's better. It seems in some ways it gets better and better. You know, like there used to be a lot more crime. There used to be a lot more murder. There used to be more deaths from war. There's all kinds of terrible things that happened more in the past, and it's getting better. But we still grow up with all kinds of lies around us, you know.
mm.
Yeah, and a lot of people that don't know what they're doing, pretending to know what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay. So accept
Mhm.
them, accept the other people. How you improve yourself then, or make you be better
You mean as an individual or society?
as individual.
Um,
Ignore the society.
hmm. I don't want to say what works for everyone, but I think what works for me and what I think generally works is, like I said, it's following the excitement and trying to find a balance between, and this is my whole life philosophy, it's a balance
Mm,
between acceptance and will.
mm,
It's the acceptance to accept how things are right now without trying to say like, why is it like this? Why can't I have this? You know, this guy did something bad to me. This girl did something bad to me. Society sucks. Blah blah blah. It's get rid of all that noise and just try to accept the moment, and then say what you want. And you have a desire, and you follow that desire without being weighed down by past trauma. And that's a difficult thing to do. It's a really
mm.
difficult thing to do. But that's why we have to look inside to try and clean ourselves out. Because once we clean ourselves out, we can accept things better, and then we just focus on the drive and the will, and that's all we really need to do, I think. And I think
You
compassion is part of that too, because um, I think naturally we want other people to be happy too, But if we're not happy ourselves, we can't really focus on that.
So how to make ourselves be happy? Like because when you mention a lot, okay, you mention a lot of things, but
Yeah,
like
sorry, I take it
yeah,
everywhere.
like
Yeah.
you say find the excitement. I find that it's not easy to find the excitement.
Mhm.
Okay, like I don't want to talk about other people. Okay,
Yeah.
just the
Yeah. Yeah.
individual or personal experience. I
Mhm.
would say I thought that is my excitement, and then finally I find that it's not. Maybe not. So how do you can confirm that it's your excitement, and then that's why you can follow the excitement. You know, it's like the set
Mm.
two things.
Mm.
And then, so what is your opinion? Like,
Mm.
clean up your mind or the noise
Yeah.
first, or what do you think?
It's a very big task to do. I mean, I think this is what we spend our whole lives doing. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think that first of all, is it is it true excitement, or is it a desire to run away from something?
Mm.
So a lot of times, like people do drugs, or they just reckless. They make reckless decisions, or they spend all their money or something like that. And a lot of times, it's running away from the fear of something. It's running away from I don't want to be I don't want to live like this anymore, so I'm just going to spend all my money. Or I don't want to feel depressed, so I'm just going to take drugs. It's running away from something. And I think the true like excitement and desire, it's not running away from something. It's creative. It's trying to create a life that it wants to create. It's trying to
Mm.
create a situation that it wants to create. But it's not fighting against the present moment.
Mm.
I think that the true desire is not fighting against where we are right now. It's
Mm.
just creative. It's like if you draw a picture, it's not that you hated the white piece of paper. It's just that I wanted to draw a picture, right?
Yeah, but sometimes we will
Mm.
when we have a paper. Sometimes you just say, "Okay, draw a picture," and then we don't know what we draw and what
Mm.
we should draw.
Mm. Mm.
So so what? So
Mm.
actually, it's also my questions. I would
Yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah.
"Okay, shit, what should I do then?"
Mm.
Just by random.
I mean, I think that's because we're adults and because adults forget how to have fun. I
Mm.
think like if we just follow fun and we try to create fun, because we can actively try and create fun too. So yeah, if you're drawing the picture expecting something to happen, you're looking for some kind of result. It's like it's this expectation of
Yes.
you know, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make this and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be incredible, right? But sometimes it's not
Yes.
incredible. Sometimes it's just a shitty drawing, and you look at it, and if
Yeah.
you're really at peace, and you're accepting everything, then the reaction to that is just, oh, okay, I'm gonna draw something different next time, or like maybe I'll take a break from drawing. Maybe I'll listen to some music. Maybe I'll look at somebody else's drawing. Whatever's interesting to me at the moment. And I think like if
Yes.
if the energy is flowing, eventually it finds something to get excited about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is everything just try, and then even though error, and then try again. Like okay, like a drawing. Uh when we have no expectation, okay, then we will try to draw like as a sketch. Like
Mhm.
when we draw a sketch, we will not correct the line. But we will
Mhm.
just keep drawing. Finally we will have the pictures. And then if not that's good, okay, just change the other page and draw
Mhm.
it again.
Mhm.
Yes. I think this habit have to learn also. I have to experience and accept ourselves to try more time until we find the excitement.
Mhm.
Because because this is a big topics for me too.
Mm-hmm.
I from when I have I think from when I have a sense to live here,
Mm-hmm.
I feel I have no clear mind. Like you can't imagine. I just always feel the noise around me always.
A
Yeah,
sense
even
to
though
live. A sense to what?
uh the sense is not clear. Like
Uh-huh.
you, I feel so much noise around me. Like
Mm.
like keeping in my head. Even though when I was small or a few years old. Yes. Never, I have never have a clear mind. Like keep confused. And then that's why when you say your theory,
Mm-hmm.
and then and then and then I think like at least me is hard to reach there. Like at least use 20 to 30 years reach there. Okay, I can say now it's better, and it's just not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Just not easy, and and but I can see this is a option. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because if the people didn't realize uh, the noise around them, and then they didn't know what is the excitement, but they still have to live.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we can't say they are not live in the happy life. I think just we find that we have a different need.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I don't know, I'm not really understand your city and your city. I just
Mm-hmm.
know my city
Yeah.
in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I don't think many people. I don't think 100% people know that excitement.
Mm. I mean, I think I haven't seen many places where most people know their excitement. And
Yeah.
I, I think the problem is that like we're living in the old paradigm still,
Mm.
where you have to fight for that position. You have to fight for it's the idea that we don't have enough food and we don't have enough resources, enough houses, enough everything, and so people are still in this just competitive mode. And I think the
Mm.
competition can be a good thing too, but fighting for survival, I think it's moving backwards. And I think a lot of
Yeah.
people are stuck in that mode because their parents brainwashing and their grandparents brainwashing their parents, and because of real situations sometimes when the society collapses, suddenly the resources are not as easy to attain. It's not as easy to hold on to the resources. But um, I mean, I think that when we're excited, we find solutions to that. And I think the reason why people don't find that excitement is because they think that these are opposite things. If you want safety and security, you have to forfeit your excitement. You have to put away your excitement, right? And we learn that in school because they say like in order to learn, you have to sit down and you have to study, right? You have to
Yeah.
you have to
You
be
have.
quiet. You can't
Yeah.
do everything you want to do. You have to
Yes.
there are rules here and you have to follow the rules, right? And so we get all these ideas about how like life is not fun and life shouldn't be fun and like work shouldn't be fun. You know, there's this idea, it's very strong in every culture that work shouldn't be fun. And it's like, you know, if I was cleaning garbage and I could make a good salary, I would have the best time. Like I would turn on loud music and I would like, but we have these rules where it's like, oh no, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be professional. It's like, what if we paid the garbage cleaners a lot of money and we gave them shorter hours and we let them listen to whatever music they want and they can turn up the music really loud. Like,
Yeah.
I think they'd have a good time doing their job. You know, I think
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
people would want to clean the garbage. I probably would. You know, But if you say it's like it's going to be hard to survive, it's going to be like we're not going to pay you as much as you deserve. We're going to pay you as little as we possibly can because we have lots of people that want that position. It's scarcity, right? It's saying we're trying to get as much as we can from you, and they can share as little of themselves as they possibly can. So I think we have to like reprogram ourselves to say like, what if there's enough? Then what do I want to do? And start to explore that.
Wow,
Uh,
this is the other big topics. How
uh,
to reset our program. I have to mark it down.
I mean, I stopped watching the news. I stopped watching the news for the most part. I still pay attention to what's going on, but I think curiosity will reset you automatically. When you're curious, you automatically evolve.
Mm. Sorry,
You ready? You ready? You can watch
yes.
this later. You can watch this again later. And